Hello, I'm Shalay and I work in the library. When you're writing a research paper or your thesis, you're going to need to cite your sources. At PNCA, we use Chicago-style citations. Within this 5-minute tutorial, I'm going to give you a brief overview of how your paper should be formatted and how to cite your sources. I'm also going to show you bibliography formatting and where to find some more help. Every writing style has its own formatting requirements. Chicago style requires that research papers need title pages, which I have an example of here. Basic formatting for the paper requires Times New Roman font in 12 point. The title page, as well as the rest of the paper, should be double-spaced. The title page itself should be center justified. The title of the paper should be a third of the way down on the page. And don't forget to put your name, the class your paper is for, and the date. As we continue to the body of the paper, we continue double spacing. Each paragraph needs to be indented at the beginning, and margins should be 1 inch on either side. Include page numbers, which begin on the first page of text, starting with the number 1. Titles in the text, as well as in notes and bibliographies, are treated with quotation marks, or italics, based on the type of work they name. Book and periodical titles, titles of larger works, should be italicized. Article and chapter titles, titles of shorter works, should be enclosed in double quotation marks. When quoting a source, you need to give attribution. In the example, we see the last name of the author, the title of the article, and the page number of where the quote can be found. We can also see that the title of the article, Snake Eyes, The Power to Turn the Patriarchy to Stone, is in double quotation marks. Now to the bibliography. In the example, we have 4 different sources. The first is a chapter in a book. The second is a work of art. The third is just a normal book. And the last is an article in an academic journal. As you can see, they all differ slightly, but have the same basic component parts. Sometimes these component parts cannot be found, in which case try to provide as much possible information and leave out what you can't find. All of these begin with the last name of the author and then the first name. The chapter has 2 authors, which changes the format slightly. The second author is written as first name, then last name. For the article and the chapter, we have the title of the section being cited, which again is in double quotation marks because it is a smaller work of a much larger work. The title for the larger work is next and is italicized. For the chapter and the article, the pages that are being referenced are attributed. Then we have the publisher, and finally we have the year. You might notice that some items in the bibliography have more or differing information, such as the work of art. When citing a work of art, you need to include the materials that were used, the location that it currently is, and the museum or institution it is housed in. If you have any questions, feel free to take a look at OWL Purdue and the Chicago Manual of Style online. You can also email the library or come see us in person for one-on-one help. I hope this was helpful, and happy writing, folks!